Hello guys, how are you doing today? I hope that you're fine and enjoying your time. Okay, so who did the reading? Yes, super. And what about the rest? Okay, great. So what was the title of our genre? Yes, Rafi's hobby. Great. So would you please now open page 106? Yes. Okay, so let's look at the left column. Yeah, under the word genre. Could you tell me what is the genre of our story today? Yeah, it's a humorous fiction one. And of course, we have discussed what is the meaning of humorous fiction before. We have just did it with the last genre. Okay, so someone please read it. Yes, it's a funny, made-up story. Yes, and what was the meaning of made-up? Great, imaginative, like it didn't happen in the real life, but it's just from the imagination of the author. Yeah, super. And then made up story that may or may not seem realistic. So it could be realistic or not realistic. Great. Now let's look at the text focus. What can you see here? Someone read it, please. Yeah. So some authors write series books. What is the meaning of series books? So continue reading, so that they can tell many different stories about the same characters. Okay, so you don't understand the meaning of this, right? So you will know the meaning in a second. Okay. Read the title again. Yes, it's Rafi's hobby. Yes. So have you heard of that name before, Rafi? Yes, exactly. It's the same person we were talking about in the last genre. And what was the name of the last genre? It was Rafi's Science Project. So, do you think that he is the same person? Yes, he is. And who's the author? Omar Al Sharif. And we said that this is another one, not the famous actor. Okay, and who was the author of the last genre? Omar Al Sharif. So the same author wrote about the same character. So when we have different stories about the same characters, we call that series books. Like the book, like the series you're watching on TVs and so on. So what can you see here? Is it a photo or illustration? Yes, illustration. Why? Yes, because it's a drawing. Okay, so what is the relation between this bird? But before that, what do we call that bird? No, it's not an eagle. No, not parrot. No, it is called falcon. 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 Okay, we will know more about it later on. So, what is the relation between that falcon and Rafi's hobby? Who can think and get the link between this bird and the title? Yes, I will write your guesses on the board and we'll see who get it at the end. Okay, so, great. Now we will move on to know what is the relation between that bird and the title. Okay guys, since we are talking about a humorous fiction genre, so we are going to tackle or deal with text features or literary elements. Yes, literary elements, because it's a story. We have a beginning, a middle, an end, and so on. So who can remind me of some of the literary elements that we have studied? Yes, theme, plot, characters, setting, problem and solution. Great. All of that is awesome. Thank you very much. So who is that person? Yes, he is a teacher. Of course, he is a teacher, and specifically, yes, Rafi's teacher. So what is the setting? Yes, the school, because he's a teacher, so of course he's in the school. Okay, So now I will divide you into groups. Every group will be responsible for answering a question. You will read the question, listen to the audio, and then answer. Great. So you will be in teams, read the question, listen to the audio, and then answer. Great. So the first question, what did the teacher ask them to do? Yes, he asked them to do presentations about their hobbies. Great, thank you. And what did Rafi do when he heard about that? Was he frowning, upset, or excited to do that presentation? Yes, he was very excited. How can you tell? Because he, yes, smiled to himself. Okay, so if your teacher asked you to do a presentation, what would you do? Would you be excited and do it as fast as possible, or would you delay it, don't pay attention to the teacher? What would you do? Yeah, you will do it quickly and happily. Great. Okay, and what is the topic that you love to talk about? Yeah, nice. And what would you use through your presentation? You know that Rafi used or the teacher asked them that they can use photos, drawings. So what would you use? Okay, so all of you agree that the presentation is a very important thing. Yeah, why? Yeah, because it helps you get confident. Yeah, as it was mentioned here in the genre. So since we all believe that the presentation is a good thing, so can you tell me, okay guys, since we all believe that presentation is a very important and good thing, so we need to know what are the skills needed to give a good presentation. In order to be a good presenter, what skills should I have? So with your team, you are going to answer this question, which is what are the skills needed to give a good presentation. You have got 5 minutes to do that, and then I will discuss the answers with you and choose the top three skills that we need to be good presenters. Okay, so get it started. Now let's move to page 108 and tell me, who's that boy? Yes, Rafi. What is he wearing? Okay, great. What is he holding up? Yes, he is holding up a picture of the falcon. Okay, so now you will read the questions, listen to the audio, and then answer them, of course, with your team. So the first question was, what was Rafi's presentation about? Yes, it was about the falcon. How can you tell? Yes, because he was holding a picture of the falcon. So we got the idea that he's making a presentation about the falcon. Great. Now, question number 2, who is the new character here? Yes, Graham. And Graham was listening to the presentation. What did he name the bird? Yes, parrot. He said that this is a parrot, not a falcon. And what was Rafi's reaction after hearing that? Yes, he said that this is a falcon. It's not a parrot, and he snapped. Okay, so would you like to do like him if you were exposed to the same situation? Would you do like him, or just ignore the person who's talking as if you didn't hear, or stop to correct him, or what will you do in that situation? Yeah. Oh, yes. Nice answers. Yeah. Great. Super. Okay. Let's move to page 109. So, who is that person looking to? Who is that person talking to Rafi? Yes, Salman. Thank you. What are they talking about? Great. Do you think that they are having a lovely conversation? Of course not, because it seems like they are fighting and there is a certain problem here. So can you guess what is the issue or the problem here between them? Okay, super. Well, now you will listen and know more about the problem between them. Okay. So, who is the new character? You said Salman. And what was Salman and Graham commentary to Rafi? Well, yes, Salman said that he's not colorful. About the falcon, he said that the falcon is not colorful. And what did Rafi do? Yes, he said, how many colors do you want? Of course, he was mocking Salman. And Graham said that this falcon is not yours. Yes. Why did Graham say that to Rafi? Yes, because his father or Rafi's father got the falcon from a pet shop. So it's not Rafi's, but it's for his father. Okay, what did the teacher do to stop that fight in the class? Yes, he asked them to be quiet again and listen to Rafi's presentation. How do you find Salman and Graham? Yeah, they are totally annoying, not respecting, not showing any respect to Rafi. Yeah, what else? Yeah, great, nice. And how do you see Rafi himself? He's not patient enough, right? Yeah, but yeah, he insists to continue his presentation. He didn't give up, right? Okay. Yeah, super. Now, if the class were going crazy like that during your presentation, what would you do? Would you give up and leave the room, or sit down and say, "Oh, I'm not gonna continue this. You're not listening, guys"? Or what would you do in that situation? Would you be like Rafi and continue, or do what comes to your mind? Yeah, imagine yourself in that situation. Nice. Okay. What should we do when someone is giving a presentation? Now we are imagining ourselves instead of Salman and Graham. So, what would we do when someone is giving a presentation? You're going to answer this question in pairs. So you will discuss this question with the person sitting next to you. Okay, let's start. Now we will do the cause and effect part. And before we dig in, who could remind me of the meaning of the word cause? Yes, cause is the reason behind doing a thing, the reason why you did that. Yeah, and the effect is, yeah, the consequences after doing that thing. Yeah. So the effect is Rafi became angry and lost his temper. That's the effect. That Rafi became angry and lost his temper. Lost his temper is expression used to describe someone who became very nervous and angry. So why Rafi became angry and lost his temper? Yes, because the class kept interrupting and annoying him. Good. And now, with the acting time, I will choose four of you. One will be Salman, and one will be Graham, and one will be Rafi, and one will be the teacher. And you're going to act exactly the same like they did inside the classroom, okay? And try to add your imagination upon that, okay? So start preparing. Let's move to page 110 and look at the picture. Yes, why is Rafi doing like that? Is he trying to scare someone? Or he's just annoyed as usual, like every time? Okay, we will, yes. All of your answers are great, but we will know more after listening. Okay. Yes, so the first question was, what did Rafi imagine? Yes, Rafi imagined Percy carrying Salman and Graham up in the air, and he smiled to himself. So, was he able to hold Percy? No, no, he wasn't. And why? Yes, because his father is the only one who could hold Percy. Great. So, if you had a falcon, would you try to hold it up? Nice. And would we, should we do that? I mean, like holding a falcon without asking our parents? Okay, you might try to do that, but after asking your parents for that, you should take their permission before going to do such a thing, okay? Let's move to the next page. Um, so, why did the class become silent this time? Think. Okay. Yes, because Rafi was describing the falcon and how powerful he is. Yes. So did he succeed to convince them about the falcon and about his presentation in general? Yes. So how can you tell? Exactly, because the class became silent, and that means that they started to pay attention to his words. Okay, great. Okay, the last page. Who are they? Yes, Rafi and his teacher. What are they talking about? Great. So let's answer our questions. What did the class do at the end? Yes, upload it. Great. So what what do you think is the reason behind this change? Because at the beginning they were objecting everything, but now they ended up uploading to Rafi. What is the reason behind that? Yeah, his persistence that he didn't give up. Yeah, great. What did the teacher say to Rafi? Yes, he said, "Well done, Rafi. I think we are all very impressed with Percy." Nice. So even the teacher loved his presentation. Can you mention a humorous situation here, since we're talking about a humorous fiction genre? Yes, when the teacher says he is an amazing eagle. Yeah, of course, that was a slip of tongue. He didn't mean that, but that was very funny and humorous. Hooray! We have finished. But let's have a discussion together. You'll pick a number and then you will answer the question in that number. Coming out, face your colleagues and try to answer this question. Okay? So, yes, you are number one. So, if Rafi gave up his presentation, what would happen? And the rest of the class also think about that question. Yeah, it might more than one person come and answer this question. Yeah, if Rafi gave up, didn't continue the presentation, or got depressed when they started to mock him and make fun of him, what would happen? Nice. Okay. Yes, you are number three. Did you love this genre? The ending? Why? Okay. And what the moral lessons you get from this genre? Okay. Now number three. If you met with the author, what would you tell him? Remind me of the name of the author? Yes, Omar al-Sharif. What would you ask him, or would you ask him for more stories about Rafi? Because you know that this is what we call series books. Yeah. So would you ask him to write more stories about Rafi, or that's enough? You don't like more? Why? And why? Yeah. Now we will move to the part that you love the most, which is the assignment. But I bet that you will love this one. You will find it useful and enjoyable. It's about the elements of personal communication. But first of all, do you know what is the meaning of personal communication or communication? Yeah, communication is, coming from the word communicate. Try to communicate with the person in front of you. Try to deliver your message and what you're thinking about. So, in order to communicate well, that includes some, I will not say several elements, but like some elements. They are only three, or the main elements are three. What are they? We have body language. You use body language in order to communicate. You use your voice, which, or the tone, means like you're talking seriously, or you're making fun of the person in front of you. You're angry, you're monotonic, speaking like this, I want to explain, or you use varieties of tones in your speech. And the last thing is the spoken words, of course, the words that you utter or say. So that's not your task. Your task is going to be like that. You will answer this question: what is the most important one? I mean, the most important one of these three elements, and you will write the percentage of each one of them, like which one is taken 5%, which one is taken 80%, and so on. You will write them and send this task to me via email. and you can do it alone or in groups, but maximum 5. And try to be ready for next time, because we might do some pop-up presentations, but you will love them. So think about these 3 elements. Try to watch some videos about them. They will help you a lot while doing your presentation. Okay, thank you, and have a good day.